You've just completed the multiple choice portion of the ACT test and you've signed up to take the writing test. So what happens now? The essay. We'll get into how to write a killer ACT essay in later lessons, but for now, we're going to give you the scoop on what to expect, so there won't be any surprises on test day. For starters, the proctor will collect the multiple choice test booklets, and those students who are not taking the writing test will leave. Those who are taking the writing test will get a 5-minute break. During this time, you should stretch, drink some water, and sharpen your pencils. After the break, you'll receive a separate booklet that contains the essay prompt and some scratch paper for taking notes. Then you will have 40 minutes to read the prompt, develop a plan of attack, and write the essay. Let's look at what happens to your essay once you turn it in and how it's scored. All essays are scanned into a computer and are read by 2 different readers who've been trained on how to score the essays. Each grader will score the essay between 1 and 6, 6 being the highest score you can get in the following 4 areas: ideas and analysis, development and support, organization, and language use. Let's take a deeper look into ideas and analysis. An essay that receives a good score in this area shows that you comprehended the prompt, developed a strong and clear thesis, and effectively evaluated different sides of an issue. Next up, we'll look at development and support. A good score in this area means that you clearly defined the purpose of your essay and then supported and analyzed your argument with sound reasoning and effective examples. It also means that you considered the consequences of your argument along with the other perspectives on the issue. The score for the organization of your essay is based on how easily the reader is able to follow your logic and the progression of your argument. Lastly, let's look at language use. A good score in the language area reflects how well you use the mechanics of writing. This includes grammar, word choice, and syntax. Essentially, it's the way you put words together to form sentences and ideas. Another factor in your language use score is your ability to understand who your audience is and how to adjust your language, tone, and style accordingly. Now let's go over more helpful tips to keep in mind as you write your essay. Keeping your writing clean and clear will help the graders read and understand your essay easily, and this can help your score. Write big and in print while keeping your handwriting neat. Graders are required to read thousands of essays very quickly, so good readability goes a long way. You also want to make the most out of your space. You'll be writing your essay on lined paper framed by a box. Fill out the box all the way to the edges, but do not write outside of it. Only what's inside the box will be scanned into the computer and sent to graders, so use every line within the box. Also, make sure your paragraph indents are visible. You can do that by indenting halfway across the page. This helps make it clear that you wrote a 5-paragraph essay. Now that you know what makes up the essay score, let's take a look at how the different scores come together. The 2 scores from each grader are combined to give you one final score of 2 through 12 in each of the 4 different areas. Now, all 4 final scores are averaged out to give you a final essay score between 2 and 12. If the reader's ratings differ by more than 1 point, a third reader will evaluate your essay and decide the final score. We've now covered the basics of the essay, including what you can expect on test day, how it will be scored, and some useful tips. But don't stop there. Check out the following lessons on how to write and structure your essay. We're just getting started.